Phil, I don't want to bury the lead here. We have an announcement about the new set. We have a date range, let's say, Q1 of 2027. I was wrong. It's not going to be in 2026. It's going to be 2027.
We were both wrong. I also brazenly was like, of course we're going to have it, because why wouldn't we?
But to that end, we did get some other very interesting information in the Frostmage versus Lavemancer article I think they put up. Let me pull it up real fast so we can look at it and we can talk about it a little bit. So we got to see what the Frostmage does, of course. We had to see a couple of new cards, which we'll talk about in a second. And then we got a good look at what the box looks like, which is super cool. I think a couple of important takeaways here, Phil.
Bro, what's the name? What's the name of that 3-mana magic that banishes all spirits and auras, and then you draw a card for each one?
I don't remember the card, but I do know what you're talking about.
Solstrom? I don't know how to pronounce it because I'm a Neanderthal.
Yeah, it's something like that, yeah.
Bro,
let's go to
seeing the spoiler,
Corfield and find out.
After seeing the spoiler, I got to get me some of those. Because as a homie who likes to, toy around with artifacts, man, the artifact hate that they spoiled. The artifact hate, Zach. It's crazy.
I mean, I don't know what to tell you. A couple of the cards here do affect artifacts, like with Shatter.
What do you mean you don't know what to tell me? You got to tell me that everything's going to be okay. You gotta.
I mean, for me, it's going to be fine. I'm playing auras
in the dark of night, Zach. You got to be like, everything's going to be fine.
Freeze my auras. So let's talk about the Frostmage card itself real fast. Frostmage is a 21 avatar. Tap, player, draw a site. And then if you have 2 air affinity and 2 water affinity, you can pay 2 mana once per turn.
On your turn. Once on your turn, not once per turn.
On your turn. Yeah. And then in case a nearby minion in ice, it's disabled and takes no damage until your next turn. So this allows you to basically stop one guy or protect one of your guys. Maybe you want one of your guys to take no damage, right? It can't block or anything, but it does at that point stay on the board if your opponent's trying to attack it, which they would never do since it's not doing anything to them.
Yeah, you can do things like you can also encase your own thing to prevent damage. So
and then
you
cast a spell that does damage to everything, right?
Yeah, right.
You could Poison Nova, let's say, right?
Right, exactly.
Then we got a couple of new cards that also spoiled with it. Shatter, which is for 1 mana, destroy target nearby artifact or disabled minion. So we've got an additional artifact kill spell here.
So what's also really powerful about that, when I first saw that card, it's like, of course it works with the Frostmage, but I was also like, oh, damn, ETB or play Babbling Brook, shatter the thing that you just disabled. Like,
sure.
Whoa.
Yeah, hot. And then we've got Arya Wraith is a 3-mana 1 air threshold 2 power minion, stealth spirit, and it says break stealth, destroy all artifacts and disabled minions nearby. That's all artifacts and disabled minions nearby is pretty wild.
Yeah, just a king square worth of destruction on a 3-mana spirit.
I mean, now you have to worry about your artifacts too there, though. So that's an important distinction, I suppose. But that's not nothing. That's a pretty cool. I really like that as it's this elite card, so you don't only see 2 of them. But that to me, that's a solid stealth trade off, right? If you're going to break stealth and blow up all the disabled minions and all the all the artifacts. I think that this is especially if you're get a 2 for 0. Stealth is not a card, right? Breaking this and getting to keep a 2 power minion on the board and hitting your opponents like Ring of Morgan and the one guy you've already disabled is pretty solid.
Yeah, there's also I forget what it's called, but there's the 5-mana minion in water that also has break stealth to Frost Nova everything.
Yeah.
And so if you're playing okay, give all your stuff stealth type shenanigans, your vanishments of the world, you give everything stealth, then it's like that. Then you're just plague winding your opponent over and over.
Yeah. And then also, so we got to see this really rad box that that both of your 101 card decks are going to come in. Right, looks like there's room for tokens. Right, you've got a little.
Bro, you know the packaging is just going to be exquisite as is always.
This looks amazing. And it looks like you got like a little. I don't think these are rules booklets. They're probably like kind of a how to play. I love this for the new player coming in. Like it's kind of like a little strategy guide for their deck. It looks like.
Dude, given that they spoiled the Frostmage cards and another that we'll get to in a minute, but given that they spoiled new cards that care so much about like the specific thing that Frostmage does, I imagine that then for the Lavemancer, it's going to have a lot to do with like destruction or like, you know, recreating voids. That way you can continuously create rifts into the realm. That like, because one of the things I saw people were concerned about is like, well, when the realm gets filled and you can't activate your avatar's ability anymore to like, you know, create tears in the realm and deal damage around. I imagine that a lot of the support for Lavemancer is going to be making sure that you can continue to do that.
Yeah, I would say you're probably correct.
Or like if like minions on a site that moves die or something, you know, like like it's going to care about that type of thing, and so your stuff that moves sites around will have additional value as well. So get your mover of mountains and stuff, you know.
Yeah. So the next card that we got a chance to check out is the White Death. So 2 mana, 2 air threshold, 2 power, ranged 3, stealth, lethal while stealth.
Yeah, man.
Unique mortal.
Yeah, so you just keep giving this thing stealth, and then you keep sniping things down because this is the White Death.
Range 3 is wild reach, dude.
Yeah, dude.
I love this card for almost any deck that's playing air. This is like a must.
For the most part, if this is, let's say this is in your center square, right? You can reach anything
Everything.
except for the corners.
Yeah.
Right?
That's pretty solid. Yeah. What else do we get? We find out that there are 2 60 card spell books through 30 card atlas. There will be 69 unique card, like not unique cards, but new cards in these decks. Which means that the remaining 29 cards to 39 cards? 39 31 cards. Right.
We don't have to do math in this game.
The remaining 31 cards are going to be reprints. And we were also informed that you will all the cards that are unique to Frostmage and Lavemancer, you will get a playset of in Frostmage and Lavemancer, so you won't have to like buy like 2 like if there's an elite, you'll get both elites. So you won't have to buy an extra one to get a playset of a card, which is good to know. That said, Phil, interesting information that they framed it in cards that are unique to Frostmage and Lavemancer. It doesn't mean the entire thing's just going to be play sets, because some of the cards in this set are going to be in whatever the next set is called, that will come out in Q1 of 2027. So we're going to get to see a bunch of new cards, but I think that the real takeaway here, Phil, for me at least, is that this was our Dragon Lord. We got like a double, two Dragon Lord basically set of some number of unique cards, functionally unique, not the rarity unique, functionally unique cards that will mix up the metagame for a little bit. I hope, we'll see. I think if the White Death is any indication, like if these are the cards that are specific to Frostmage and Lavemancer, I think they will be played. So I think the impact on the metagame will be larger than that which is what we saw in Dragonlord. And then we get a sneak preview of the cards that are coming out in January, February, March, whenever they drop the new set. So
I'm making a new prediction on an avatar that will be in the new set, given the new cards that we're seeing here in Lavemancer Frostmage.
Okay.
So there will be mark this down, the 10-minute mark here, approximately.
10-minute mark.
We'll see if I'm right. I think there's going to be an avatar that's called Rogue or something akin to that, Sleuth, something of that nature. And it will be effectively Savior, but instead of Ward, it will grant stealth. So pay 1, stealth a minion that came into the realm. because there's all these cards that care about being stealth and breaking stealth, and there's going to be some crossover in, like, you can play Frostmage and then work stealth in with all these stealth cards, or you can play rogue slash sleuth slash insert other thing, and 1 mana, exactly savior, except use stealth a minion.
Okay. So there are 5. Are there 5 combinations total
Of what?
of the different elements? We've got fire, water. We've got air, earth. Then we've got fire, earth. Then we've got fire, air, and then we've got earth, water. Is that all 5? Am I missing a combination?
There's this. I know this. This is a maths game from elementary school that we should know how to do.
Yeah. Well, so we didn't get a dank. Sorry, a dank. We didn't get a steam. So we've got a steam like Omphalos, but we did get 4 Omphaloses, right? So I think that does cover everything, right? We've got of the I think it's 5. So we've got so what we'll call this lava for the Lavemancer, right? Fire, fire, earth. Then we've got fire, water, which is steam, right? Then we've got fire and air, which is smoke, we'll call it. Then we've got water, air, which is dank, right? And then we've got earth and air. What do you even call that? Earth and air.
Smoke.
No, smoke is
fire. Air.
Fire.
Fire.
Al
Earth.
Gore, I think that's what they call it.
Fire. Earth.
Yeah. No. Air and earth. Yeah. Anyhow, whatever air and earth is, right?
Wind.
No, that's air.
Yeah, but yeah, I guess you're right.
I forget what there's, somebody came up with all of these things because it's like a thing for some other game. Anyhow, so that's all 5 of them, Phil. So if we consider Lavemancer and
Dust
is lava. Is it dust? Dust. Yeah, we'll go with dust.
Well, I don't know. I'm just thinking.
No, dust is what it was actually.
Okay.
So we still have a Frostmage, which is dank, right? So we have lava and frost, but then that means we need a steam Omancer, a smoke Omancer, and a dust Omancer in the next set.
So maybe the next set is going to be these dual element avatars in addition to.
Well, they could do dual element avatars, then they could do the tricolor avatars too, right? Like they could do like something like that. Now that we know that like there are cards in the set that are going to be in that in the Lavemancer Frostmage that are going to be in the new set, right? We can sort of try and extrapolate, right? The Lavemancer has this like Egyptian theme. The Frostmancer, Mage has sort of a Norse theme. Do you think that each of these will be a different mythos? Today's video is sponsored by Moxfield. They just dropped an advanced search engine for Sorcery: The Contested Realm. If you want to browse every available card or dig deep with powerful search filters, head over to sorcery.moxfield.com. You can even click on the search syntax button on the main page to see all the terms you can use. And don't worry, when new cards are revealed from official sources, Moxfield updates quickly. Now on to the show. So like maybe smoke is, I don't know, a Greek mythology, and then steam is Roman mythology, right? Or Roman mythos, we'll call it, and then like something like that, Maybe there's a Mesoamerican one,
Yeah, I feel like that seems a little like convoluted. I feel like if you were just looking at Frostmage versus Lavemancer, it's just like battle of the elements,
Yeah, no. I mean, so but why not do the other elements and have the
I'm saying that like whatever the other elements are going to be, I think it's going to lean into like the broadly speaking the battle of those elements rather than suggesting that there's some sort of impetus for like this is our take on this mythology.
I'm going to make a bold prediction, Phil. Bold prediction here. I think I'm almost guaranteeing. I'm going to say I'm 99% sure that Steam is going to get an Omphalos in this next set.
That makes sense. It makes sense to
Right?
complete
Like
a set.
fill out the last of the combinations.
Yeah, because we have an Earth Air Omphalos, right?
Mm-hmm.
We have an Earth Water Omphalos.
We have all of the Omphalos.
We have an Earth Fire Omphalos. Okay.
Steam just didn't get one.
Steam's the only one. Okay.
There are five possible 2-color combinations. And Steam is the only one that didn't get one. Now, at the time, I was like, yeah, Steam's too powerful. Like, they've got Druid, Steam Druids running amok, like, that's fine. But I don't know if that was on purpose or not. You know what I also need to say, Phil? Like, I hope to God that we get some auras that I can put into my deck.
Bro, I don't know what I need, but I need something so I can sit atop the throne. I'm also,
you need another throne is what you need.
Oh, no, you want to know actually what would be really great? If there was something that let me sift cards, not just spells. All of the things that I want that, like, when I draw excess sites and I can't use them.
Oh, I see.
Like, there's all these things that, like, care about, like, there are things that, like, let you sift cards or discard cards to draw cards, like Sisters of Avalon or Nimbus Jin or whatever, but they all specifically say discard a spell.
Yeah.
And I want to, like,
I bet you get some sort of something on the level of what you're looking for, but it's going to be in Lavemancer, so it won't be in the, like, normal element spread that you play.
I'll splash, bro. I've played all 4 elements and been content with it.
Yeah.
I'm just looking for the pool of cards that exist is only so many, so the effects that you get are, like, that you want and need for a particular thing are, like, way more highlighted. Like, they glow so much more because the options of when there's only one thing that does it, you're like, oh, this is prime.
Sure.
Like,
that makes sense.
I sift so much just for shuffle. I just, like, give me shuffle. That's it. So I'm, like, prioritizing cards that shuffle.
Yeah, I really do like the look of the box. I'm excited about that, and I like for me, I don't know about you, Phil. This is a product that I want to get 2 of. I want to have a copy for myself for, like, for playing, and a copy that I can just take around and be like, here, let's play. Like, let me teach you to play sorcery.
Oh, totally,
like,
yeah.
Just to, like, I'm not a collector. Like, I'm not a, like, oh, let me put this on the shelf and, like, hold on to it kind of thing. Like, I was saying, I'll get my champion slab, but that's more of, like, a keepsake kind of thing. As far as, like, collecting and, like, holding on to things,
you got to walk into Avatar of the Realm and Sorcery Con with that just around your neck, dude. Yeah, like
what's up?
Straight up, like, Iron Man impaled on your chest, like,
just kidding.
like with lights glowing from it. Like, lean in, man. Lean in.
Philosopher Cards did that. He, like, got his avatar, like, into a thing and, like, just walked around with it the whole day.
You wear your hat that flipped up, like, with the brim flipped up. Just put your champion card on the flip.
It's around here somewhere.
Yeah, just put it on the front of the flip. So, like, yeah,
hold on,
right there.
I just, so pull it to the side when it's tapped,
so people can see that you are that champion. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm excited for this now, Phil, because, like, even though, like, it's not great news that everything got pushed, and again, I said this in our previous video. They are probably very aware that distribution has not been great, so they wanted to make sure that, like, everything is where it needs to be. That's why we've got this window and not, like, a date, right? Everything's where it needs to be before they announce a date. That's my guess. Is, like, they want to have everything where it needs to be before and know that it's going to get there, right? And I think Lord of Eats has said this. You do not want to do these launches of sets in Q4. Q4 is, like, a really bad time for the mail, because of Christmas time, and the shipping worldwide is just a complete debacle. We had to deal with this every time when I was working for Kingdom Death. It was, like, always, like, another 6 weeks added on to orders and stuff like that, because, like, you just the state of shipping in the world during, like, November, December is just a disaster.
Mm-hmm.
So waiting until, like, after people recover financially from the holiday season and then are ready to purchase the new set, I think is actually smart. And I'm assuming this is my guess, that they will announce the set. Like there'll be an announcement at Avatar of the Realm with all the details that we're looking for, because that's when all eyes are going to be on everything is for Avatar of the Realm. So I expect that will be the time when all of that information comes. But the fact that we know that there will be another set, we know that the set is coming out in a particular amount of time, that does a lot for me as far as confidence in the game is concerned. It relieves that malaise I think a lot of people were feeling about like, oh, this is a dead game, you know, like the doomsayers. Now those doomsayers can up. You know what I'm saying? Like they can't really say a lot.
My dude, like even if they had to push for whatever reason, like I feel like the team at EC just has like so much respect for the game that they're making, and by extension the players that they're making it for, that even when something goes awry, I'm just like, you guys do cool, dude, like do your thing. I know, I like, because at the end of the day, regardless of like whether I'm happy or disappointed by an announcement or whatever's going on, I'm ultimately like, they have the same goal. Like they are not, they're like trying to produce the best thing possible. Like I've never felt like they are, you know, using us as like a resource the way that other games do.
Yeah,
or like trying to like extrapolate as much value from us as they can. Like that, I just have not felt that at all. So like
a 15-month window is a lot better than a 2-month window.
So like,
right?
if if they need,
as far
as
release schedule is concerned,
if they're like, you know, we know that the expectation was this thing because of what we did in the previous year, and it's different, and it's like, at the end of the day, I'm like, I know that they're trying to deliver the best thing possible for us that they can, and I'm like, you know, however I feel, whether I'm like, oh, I was so excited and now there's this thing I have to wait longer, like, that's disappointing. But I'm like, but it's okay, because I know that like you guys have the best interest in mind, and as a result of that, I feel taken care of. Even if I'm, you know, let down by the thing, I'm gonna feel just as like the balance of that on the other end when it finally does come out and you give us all these new goodies is gonna be, you know, equal and opposite. So I like, it might also be that like I just still feel like even without new cards, I'm trying to solve all these puzzles with all these different decks. Like I've been, you know, thinking about Corruptor a ton and my Magician build and like all these things. Like there's still just so many things to explore and think about to me that I don't know if it's just the way that I have approached the game compared to other people, but I still feel like I've, you know, scratched only so much of the surface when it comes to things, you know, 8 months after Gothic came out. Like,
Phil, let's look with the time we have left here, right? I'm on the Lavemancer, Frostmage versus Lavemancer page, and you know, we can see all the cards, which is great. I'm going to make these a little bit bigger.
One thing I want to point out too is there was no foils announced for this, right?
No foils. Yeah, no. You'll have to. So I think what's going to happen with the foils for that are specific to this is they'll probably be on the Play Network, like the reward shop, right? And then the cards that are in the other sets will be foil in the sets, right?
That would make sense. Like I know that was they sort of said that they had a goal of, especially with the courts and whatnot, to make the Dust Rewards program a place that they're gonna beef a bit, you know, like juice it up. And I could see foils for these cards in this set to be a means to do that, as long as they provide enough of them, you know, like they're well stocked, which they said that they would be for the courts. So as long as there's that, I think we'll be okay.
Foresee any, like if they're just like, these are evergreen, we're going to keep making them as they're needed. I think that's fine.
Which I think is cool. Yeah.
Let's quickly look at Frostmage again. Frostmage, player draw site, right? 21 player draw site. 2 air, 2 water affinity, tap once per turn, once on your turn, in case target nearby minion in ice, it's disabled and takes no damage, right?
It doesn't tap. Oh, is it tap?
It does not tap, but you can only do it once per turn.
Yeah. Which is important. Like anytime an avatar says tap, the opportunity cost of that is playing a site or drawing a site. So that's huge.
Yeah. And then we also have Lavemancer, which is 2 earth and 2 fire affinity. Tap 3, pull apart a partial row or column, filling the void in with rubble. It deals 1 damage to minions near it. With that said, Phil, so we now know what these 2 cards do, right? Quickly brainstorm your pick one. We got steam, smoke, or dust. And we can each brainstorm what we think dust mage and steam mage will do.
So I think that Lavemancer is going to care about rubble. Like specifically, it's going to like give rubble abilities because it says pull something, resulting void with rubble that deals 1 damage. So it's the rubble that's dealing the damage. And I think that means that there's going to be cards that care about rubble in the realm, care about rubble's position in the realm, like things that give rubble abilities. And so like there's going to be the desire to not want to like play sites on that rubble because the more rubble there is, the more benefits that you have. Like I think Lavemancer is going to be the avatar that makes us care about Starseeds of Ur. Like, you know, just fill the void, 13 rubbles into the void, and you're going to be like, oh, this is sick because I have all these cards that care about rubble being around.
Sure.
That's what I think, because the one thing that is unique about Lavemancer and giving it things is like dealing 1 damage. Yeah, you could do stuff with dealing damage, like shifting the realm apart. You could definitely do things with that as well. But I think that like crossover with like other avatars with cards that like would excite people who want to like, you know, the geomancers of the world out there. Like who are those geomages? You know, the people that are excited about that. It's like there's already cards that make rubble. There are things that like, you know, site destruction stuff that leaves rubble behind. Like if you play or make cards that care about rubble, it'll then retroactively work with a bunch of cards that already exist in a way that nobody was really playing with before. You know, like you weren't looking at those cards caring about the rubble part of it. And so you can look at old cards with renewed light going, oh, this thing leaves, like, yeah, it casts a blaze, destroys your site, but really what matters is it makes rubble, you know, and that's cool. Yeah. That's cool.
Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. And then obviously we know the Frostmage cares about disabled. It also cares about artifacts, oddly. It seems like there's a lot of like
I think that's flavor.
Like blowing up artifacts.
I think that's flavor because if artifacts are frozen, they just are easier to crack, and I think that's I think that is I think that's incidental more so than I think that's incidental for flavor more so than it is like this is part of the identity of this idea.
Sure.
Because I think stealth and disabled are what strike me as like the intent, where the artifacts are for flavor, and then you get to save space by not having to print more like specific disenchant style effects. Like now you have all these cards that incidentally do it.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna guess.
And also you have to think about that in a best of 1 game, you want to get more of those effects in your main board.
Yeah. I'm gonna take a wild guess here, Phil.
Well, all of your takes are wild, Zach.
Yeah, always. To me, Buffalo Wild Wings is just Buffalo Wings, dude.
Dude, yeah. And they're gross.
Yeah, Dust Mage. Dust Mage is interesting. So, Dust Mage would care about minions with airborne. No, because that's already something, right? Like we already have a I care about airborne, right? Like that's air. What if it's like, so this is earth and air? I would guess if it's earth and air, it would be like minions with burrowing. It'll have to do with like burrowing. Like you can like give a minion burrowing until it comes back up, you know?
Yeah, I guess that there's also, you know, there would be stuff that cares. Like I think if it was earth and air, then you could have things that care about like essentially airborne minions and also the subsurface, and they get to interact with that
and airborne. Like you have the ability to give like until it's you know, maybe just like permanently gives a minion burrowing or airborne,
or like things can care about how much stuff is in the subsurface on land.
That would be cool. Yeah, like a whole subsurface deck.
Like yeah. There's like a balance between something that's on the surface caring about something in the subsurface.
I would go with Steam for that though. Steam could be like a geyser kind of situation, right?
Well,
like
you would need one that cares about the subsurface of land and one that cares about the subsurface of water, and then you can put them in a battle box against each other.
Okay, so yeah, that would be like that would be water and earth, right? That would be
water and earth. I think you could do like a thing that cares about both subsurfaces, right? Like
I have it. I actually, water and earth is the 6th one. Water and earth. Yeah, there is 6 of them. So that's the water earthomancer.
Well, there's because each element has 3 pairings, right?
Mudomancer. That's that. Yeah, but I was like thinking like, don't they? At a certain point, don't they like overlap? But yeah, no. So like that would be cool. Mudomancer is like deals with the subsurface. That means that dust should care about void.
Oh yeah. You do need something there, right?
Yeah, and then smoke cares about stealth.
Stealth Frostamage already cares about stealth.
Only to the point where like I don't think that the
there are two cards of the 3 that they spoiled say break stealth.
I guess you're right. It looks like you're enjoying the show. Become a member on Patreon or YouTube to support Common Sense. The Sorcerer tier gives you early access to sorcery videos completely ad-free, and the Magician tier extends that access to our Magic the Gathering videos as well. Our member support helps us create more sorcery content for the community. Become a member and help us help you contest the realm. I'm sure there's going to be more spoilers for Lavemancer and Frostmage as time goes on, so that's hyper cool to me too.
Dude, can you just wait for the Arya Wraith Frost Nova combo, bro? Stealth it on turn 3. Frost Nova your entire minion suite on 4. Destroy it all.
Yeah,
crazy.
I love that. It's like a really, really, really convoluted Poison Nova.
Dude, so far too, we haven't seen or anything that suggests that there's going to be more things involving the collection.
Yeah.
And I expect that. I do expect there to be.
Well, there's 100 cards in each of these decks, right? And so we can assume that there's something from the collection is going to be. It might be a site like with the hounds and stuff, but like we'll see.
Yeah, but like the stuff that they have like has just been off the radar. We don't know anything about how these interact with collection, but it'll be sweet when we find out.
Yeah, something in this has to do with the collection. We know that for a fact because there are 101 cards, right? So 10 of those cards are collection cards. All right, well. With that said, thank you everybody for watching. If you want to join the zeitgeist of whatever the hell's going on with sorcery, you can join us at patreon.com/eternaldurdles. Also, if you want to submit an article, talk about your take on what's going on. Maybe talk about some of these other avatars. Tell me what your Mudomancer is. You can always comment below and come up with your ideas. But also, if you wanted to write an article about those ideas, we would love that. You can go to eternaldurdles.com, click on submit an article, and you know what? That's going to go right to Phil, and Phil will get you set up on the site so that you can have an article post on the site. And finally, if you go to the site right now and you click the what is it, Phil?
Newsletter
what are we clicking? Newsletter button. You will be added to the newsletter, and you can select just what kind of news you want. We have a sorcery news situation so that whenever new stuff goes onto the site, once a week, you'll get a newsletter that will inform you of everything that has happened for sorcery for us for the last week or maybe month. I don't know what our cadence is.
Weekly.
Week. There we go. Weekly. With that said, thanks for watching, and we will catch you guys on the flip. Keep contesting the realm.